Right. All right. Today is January 31st. This is Accounting 201 review session, and this is what we want to cover and any questions anybody has. So I want to look quickly at the calendar and discuss the team contracts. Your contracts are due on Friday. Plan about 45 minutes, one per team. Okay. And then Monopoly, I have some comments on Monopoly, and then comments on exam. And then before I forget, do you guys have any specific questions that you want to go over on the practice exam or homework or any type of questions?
I think the only thing I had was in regards to the practice exam, where it says to be able to write an essay on trends of data, just if there was any more insight that could be given into like how to study for that, make sure you're ready.
Absolutely. Happy to do that. That usually comes up. So I'm going to write that one down. Somebody coming in. All right. Anything else? Okay. So we're going to talk about the exam in detail, or not exam. I'm not going to talk about the exam in detail, but any exam questions from chapters 1 to 3, we can go over. Yi, do you have anything particular you want to go over?
I would feel a little bit about exercise 4, like analyzing look at the company income statement and analyzing the data.
Sure, no
Yeah.
problem. Anything else besides the essay? Have you guys seen the solutions yet? They are available now.
Yeah, I am looking towards right now.
Okay, okay. So we'll talk about that. All right, so welcome, Debbie. So company analysis project, and then just some feedback for you on Monopoly. Monopoly's not all graded, but it's I can give you feedback on some of the things, and then exam. So let's go look at the real quick. Let's look. So here we are. We are this week, this practice exam. You've done the account identification. These are my office hours. Your 3 practice homeworks are due tonight, and they're not worth a lot of points, but you might as well do them and get the points. Okay. And then our exam is on Thursday, and it will be in room A, as in Apple, 206. I will be there. Happy to meet you guys. And the exam is 100 minutes. I say 2:30 to 4:30 because I allow for a few minutes to check in everybody and have you sign the sign-in sheet and kind of answer any last-minute questions. But we'll probably start the exam within 10 minutes at 2:30. Okay. After the exam, I would say for all teams, send out your information and start talking. Maybe set up a Zoom meeting with your team and go over and fill out the contract. So let's take a look at that. Okay. All right. And here's a short video on how to prepare the contract. I don't think it's super long. So, but let's open up the assignment, and the contract is 5 points. Okay. So everybody has to have a deadline before the status report is due. In other words, you have to show me some work. It doesn't have to be finished, but you have to show some work. Work is fairly assigned. There's a team leader and co-leader, and you have regular meetings scheduled. Okay. So go ahead and sign up for your meetings now, and that way you don't have to go week to week and try and figure out when all 6 of you are available. Just pick your time now and all agree to it. I've had teams that their only time they could get together was at Starbucks, and you can do this on Zoom, of course, but this was pre-Zoom. The only time they could get together was 7 a.m. at Starbucks on a Sunday morning. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But now with Zoom, you can at least stay home. Okay, so let's look at the project. And you guys have signed up for your countries, your companies. Okay, so you have done CA1. You've gotten your financial statements and you've uploaded them. And now this is kind of the rest of the project. Where you see it in green here, where you see it in green is where you only submit one per team. So the contract, one per team. The paper, project one per team. And then the other project, which is a PowerPoint presentation about something else, not the same material, one per team. The others are individual, okay? All right. So here's the project plan contract. It's 2 pages. So download this document, cut off the 2 pages into a new document, and that's what you're going to upload for your team. So first off, you list your team members, get rid of my name here. Then say, tell me when you're meeting and put the Zoom link or the Discord link, whatever it is there. So all team members have access to it. And then discuss where you're going to turn in, when are you going to meet for your final drafts? So that final review where everybody's checking the final paper or the final PowerPoint before you turn it in, okay? What's your agenda? And then here's the bulk of this. And again, remove our names here. These are just examples. So who's going to be your team chair? Could be 2 people. Who's doing the paper? So what parts of the paper is everyone doing? So there's 6 parts to project 1. The person who's doing it gets the assignment and make the deadline before the status report. You don't have to be done with it, but you have to show some work, okay? And then have somebody else check their work, okay? Project 2 is the business model analysis video and supporting documents. And you've got all these parts here. Now, last quarter, students stopped reading the instructions at this point, filled out all the paperwork and turned it in and had no idea what they were committing to. So these are the areas of the project, but keep reading and see what you sign up for. You know, what is project 1? What are the pieces of it? Filling out spreadsheets, calculating percent changes, analyzing the company trends, discussing and comparing the 2 companies and saying which one is better, and pulling all the pieces together and uploading 1 per team. Okay. Project 2 is not about finances. It's about everything else related to a company. And project 2 is looking at the company business model, looking at the history of the stock, looking at something called governance score. And again, we can go over this in more detail later, but for now, I just want to make sure everybody understands the instructions. Going and looking at library research, 6 sources for each company, 6 for Coke, 6 for Pepsi. We don't have those companies this quarter. And then saying which company has the best business model. You're not writing a paper for project 2. It's a PowerPoint presentation with speaking notes. There's your PowerPoint, and then you're doing a class presentation. You guys are going to create a video and upload the video. And here's the deal on the video. 15 minutes or you'll lose points. So I can't, last quarter I had very long videos and even with that. And then here's your video link. Most students use YouTube to mount their video, a PowerPoint presentation with the detailed speaking notes, and then your attachments, okay? And then after that, it's some small projects where you're just doing a reflection, okay? So you guys comfortable with that? So that will be due, let's look at the calendar. That will be due, close. Calendar. Maybe it'll load, maybe it won't. All right. So you'll have your test on Thursday and that contract will be due on Friday. The contract doesn't take that long, but you need to get your group together to agree on it. Okay. All right. All right. So now I want to stop that video because I am gonna Stop share and then